not all races go to plan. Sometimes you just slam yourself into a wall, thinking to yourself, how on earth did I get here? Well, this is it. This is how we got here, by starting the race off in position 8 with the BMW, the shell livery, because that will make this car much faster. Thankfully, we're not getting rear-ended by the car behind. You know, GT racing and their rolling starts are usually quite funky, but we're going to take the outside line of this corner because the inside is usually a death sentence. Coming out the other side, we actually gained a place, which is surprising, not going to lie. Usually we lose on the outside, but you can hear the crashing as we went through. Out the other side we go, side by side with another car that is going to actually back out. Was not expecting them to pull away. And out the other side we go in one piece. This is a 12 lap race and we have to do Eau Rouge 12 times. And I think we've just used our one lucky token of doing it once. Because if you are a long time viewer of this channel, well, you know Eau Rouge is kind of kryptonite or nemesis. Either way, it doesn't usually end well. I probably get one or two good throws at it and it all goes south from there. A bit like getting shafted into the car up in front and ultimately look like the idiot itself by hitting that car. Thankfully, no harm, no foul. Everybody is still in one piece as another car sends up the inside, slams me out of the way, and I've had to surrender that position to them. Now, if the shoe was on the other foot, I'm pretty sure they won't be too happy about it, but it is a 12 lap race. It's 30 minutes in length. I will admit to one thing though. We are the only, actually no, there's two of us here that are running hard tyres. Everybody else is on medium to soft, so while it may look bad to start with, we are losing a lot of places. Well, we may gain further down the line as we're playing more of the long game than the quick short game. Other people are running mediums and a lot of people are running soft tyres. Does make me wonder if we're doing the right strategy here. Not 100% sure, but what isn't good is going gravel castle building. That is less than ideal. What does become interesting though is the GT40 is overtaking us. That's fair enough. Well, the Dodge Viper wasn't too happy about the GT40 overtaking and kind of put them off into the drink. Yeah, quite unexpected. That was literally a body slam off the track. The GT40 is to our right hand side. The thing's going to get spicy. How on earth are you struggling to drive in a straight line, my friend? You don't need to hit the rear of this car in a straight line. The road is wide enough for us all. Probably because they're running a Marlboro livery and all that smoking has affected their brain. I'm not 100% sure, but I have seen on packets that it does affect parts of your body if you smoke too much. Yet we're all out in one piece, just about. Have a car to our rear, fake 66. Don't want any trouble. We've already had enough. We have lost quite a few places, but this wolf pack all seem to be stuck together, crashing together by the sounds of it, as we do get shafted a little bit from the rear end. Coming back down to Eau Rouge, this special corner is going to be absolutely insane if we can make it again. Question is, are we going to? A little touch of the brakes there onto the grass, a little bit of sketchiness off the track. That's a penalty? No, it's not. Okay, well, things are working in our favour. We're keeping away from the BMW behind, catching up to Dream Chaser up in front, and we're not going to be able to make a move again. I think they are also on medium tyres, so instead of battling with the car in front, I'm going to try and see if we can work together and kind of keep a pace or increase our pace. Use a bit less slipstream, a little bit power, and away we go. Although I don't think that's going to be the case, as the BMW to the right side is going to send it up the middle. There it is. Should have defended better, but again, the aim of the game is not to win in the first few laps. The aim of the game is to excel a bit further down the line. Use the tyres and the strategies in our favour, whilst using other cars and other opponents to try and keep our pace up and pull us along. Seriously, it really is difficult to keep this BMW on the track. It does suffer, oddly enough, with a lot of understeer randomly. Oh, there's another GT40 here. Look at that, mousy wall. You don't really see that car all too often. Last time I used it, it was horrendous. Probably a lot of it was the tune, as well as the driver. But yeah, it's not a very popular car, although it is making a bit more of a comeback. It might be a little bit of a sleeper at the minute. Does seem to be quite strong to a certain degree, not as strong as the BMWs and the Corvettes, but does seem to make its way through the pack rather well with the right setup and the right driver behind the wheel. The Wolfpack of cars are all neck and neck with each other up in front, and we're just going to sit back here and chill, watch all this unfold. The amount of chaos that is happening at the moment is insane. This corner here, I don't know why I thought it would be a clever idea to join the party, but you can see what's going on here. It's just pure crashing their way through. At least there's not damage in this game, I'm not going to lie, because you can imagine if there was damage, every car would be ruined by now. Yeah, been playing too much LMU and too cautious due to quite the soft bodies. Well, we braked at the right time, I'm not going to lie. The Corvette or Dodge Viper. Dodge Viper, stay to your right. Yeah, okay. Coming down here. So now there's something sticking through the rear window. Yeah, that is nothing wrong with this game. Perfect in every single way. But we made it through Eau Rouge. That is a 3-on-3. Move over. Do you see me? Just thinking to myself, seriously, how much room do you need, my friend? I honestly don't think that beef is with me. You know, I think that beef is with a Wolfpack of cars up in front. So I'm just going to back out from this, let them take the corner, and, well, work with him to catch him up and let him join his posse again and cause what amount of chaos he wants to cause to give us a few free positions. I'm not going to grumble. If you look at the grand scheme of things, we're lap 3, 26 seconds away from the leader and in position 15. It does look horrendous. But there is method to the madness, and that madness being, well, I can't do a 5 out of 5. I'm not even disappointed. I'm just like, you see me in the face, not disappointed. This is just typical Eau Rouge. Can never seem to nail it down very well, but we do get a helping hand from Kinu behind. Thank you ever so much. They do give us the wildest speed boost, and it is so much appreciated. They do look to make a move, commit to it. I'm going to back out, let them have it. I think they're on the same tyre strategy as ourselves, so pace is going to be quite similar to a degree. Although I think they're also letting us pass. I'm not 100% sure what's going on here. And if you do see this video, bud, thank you ever so much for the speed boost. Again, it's very much appreciated and very much needed. I'm not going to lie. I couldn't get this BMW going. It is slow off the line, but once it is rolling, it really does shift. That's the only good thing about this BMW. But the two Porsches behind are now quite a way in the distance. We have nothing but free reign in front of us until coming to the end of lap 7, where our rear tyres are pretty much shot and we need a new fresh set. Everybody else is long gone ahead. I mean, position 1 is 62 seconds away, just entering the pit for another, well, set of tyres. And position 13 is 15.7 seconds away. Yeah, this race just did not work massively in our favour. A few other cars did pit and one crashed. We are now on P10, which, considering we started off in P7 or P8, isn't too bad going to a degree. I do think maybe the tyre strategy didn't work in our favour so much. Hard tyres to start off with may have not been the right choice. I mean, right now we're on mediums and the car does seem to be relatively happy. Maybe going to mediums then to hards, probably the right way about it. Then you could have just got away from the pack of cars. But yeah, turn 1's a bit dreadful and it just deteriorated a little bit from there. It is what it is, but Mousy Wall behind in the GT40 has been making gains in the penalty department. 7.3 seconds worth of penalties. That's insane. As insane as got constant light changes because it's a 30-minute race and the game has no idea how to handle it. It really doesn't. I can't see how that is still a thing, but you know, we do come to the end of this race, finishing in position 10, overall losing 3 places, even though we did have a massive crash. It's not over yet though. We're going to head over to Yas Marina and it doesn't go well either there, but for a different reason. Quick thanks to all the channel members, and if you'd like to be part of that leaderboard, make sure you click the join button down below. Starting off the race by crashing into the BMW up in front. Thankfully, we're getting a bit rear-ended from the car behind. Everything's a bit everywhere. Again, like I say, Forza Motorsport roller starts are hit and miss. Either you get hit from behind or you miss the car up in front. Who knows? It's just the way it is. Now, another GT40 in a race. mentioned earlier. You don't see him very often, but there is another one. So that's 3 in total. Corvette doing Corvette things sideways, going through the second and third corner. Away we go. Losing a couple of positions. Again, we're on hard tires at the moment. Yas Marina has one of the longest pits in this game. It's insane how long it takes to go in and out the other side of the pits. But all carnage to the left hand side, out the way, shoveling it over there. Coming out, we're in position 9. Absolutely beautiful. Heading down to an absolute mental corner. Look at this Dodge Viper to the right side. The power they are putting through. I can't believe how quick they are being. Braking early, not wanting to be part of the chaos. We don't really get much choice in the matter. Just get absolutely bundled in. And then Forza glued off the track. We're facing the wrong way. I don't mind if we're facing the correct way, but we're facing the totally wrong way. Now we're last because, well, Genie decided to quit the race. We're like literally dead last. It's horrendous. Comeback is going to be strong here. If there is going to be a comeback. I mean, we're 1.5 seconds away from the car in front, which quickly by the end of lap 1 gets shoveled down to 0.6 seconds. You can see a little bit slow through turn 1. Let's get onto that power out the other side. See if we can make a move on the inside of this next corner, which is usually quite easy to do, but wasn't to be the case. They held that inside line, so had to back out, but ultimately went off and collected some cones for their roadworks business. And if you live in the UK, you'll understand what I mean when I'm saying how many cones they need for a small set of roadworks. Coming out the other side, we are now 3.5 seconds away from position 17 up in front, clawing it down to, well, 0.3 seconds away, and the car in front is rocking a 2-second penalty. So we've got the Corvette and the BMW. I quite like the livery on that Corvette. It looks pretty smart. What is also very smart is we need to do an overtake. Going to hold it very tight on the inside of the line here. Be careful not to go over it. It will give you a penalty. It is absolutely ruthless at it. But beautiful overtake nonetheless, because the cone collector destroyed the Corvette's momentum. Cannot grumble at that. Out the side, sideways through that hairpin. Power on. Come on, BMW. Show me what you've got. Oh, the Corvette is ghosted. Backed out. Interesting. Okay. Well, there's not under pressure from them, but we have the boss up in front. The boss 1001. Do we overtake the boss? We've got to be very mindful about this situation. You know, it's so easy to upset the boss. We have to play this safely, guys. Make sure that when we do pass, it makes it look like they made a mistake. So when you can overtake them, you're not going to be so annoyed. But if you overtake them because you're better, it'll be quite frustrating. What is frustrating is we lost the position to the BMW. That actually came back there. It's very difficult to do, and it's not a strong point of mine there. Kind of like the corner for that guy. It just kept turning straight. At least we got the position back. But what goes around comes around, and it's going to come around in spades here as they send it up the inside with zero regard. And yeah, that was that. I have no idea what was going through their mind. Probably not a lot, to be honest with you. I mean, it is what it is, and we're now 1.5 seconds away from the car to be in front. Sadly, this race does take a turn where we end up becoming penalty collectors. There's a 0.3, that's not too bad, it can handle that. That corner can be a bit funky with the BMW. You turn in and the BMW either wants to turn or it chooses not to turn. You literally could do the exact same thing twice and it has a different outcome. That's the only little thing about the BMW. It does seem a bit funky at times. Okay, up the inside of the Corvette. Not too sure where that car is going, but clearly not on the track and collecting cones in the rearview mirror. We have gained another few positions. We're now up to P12, which is absolutely brilliant considering we've had 2 incidences in this race. Yeah, up to position 12. Brilliant. The car up in front, though, is rocking a 3-second penalty. And as long as we can close that door, that will be position 11 in the bag. But a pixel under the line delivers this. 1.2. Even my face says it all. How on earth was that worth 1.2 seconds? And it just went south from there because that one really did kind of bother me. It was really a sucky penalty. There's no two ways about it. Literally a pixel over the line. One would think, though, you've collected enough penalties, Flash. Time to stop collecting them, stay on the track a little bit more, and close the door to the car up in front. Whoever believes that is incredibly wrong because, again, like I say, I absolutely ruined that corner, ruined this corner, and then collected another 0.6. And I'm just sitting there going, shit, whatever. I didn't even gain that much. Ah, it is what it is. We are making gains though, because everybody's in the pits at the moment. We don't need the pits at this moment. We are doing quite well by ourselves. I think by the end of this lap, or maybe the next one, would be a good time to pit. These tyres are starting to feel their age. Coy up in front, 1.7 seconds away, just exited the pit. Position 1, DN Mod hasn't pitted yet and was 40 seconds ahead. Things have changed though. Ourselves entered the pits, came out the other side. Nice fresh set of medium tyres. Back to position 10. 12 seconds away from position 9. 12 insane seconds away. Rocking a 2.1 second penalty at the moment. That does change because I took this corner a little bit too tight. Pixel over the line again, Flash. 1 second penalty. And I'm just like, seriously, how? Thankfully, the car behind is 13.2 seconds away. So that last penalty, it doesn't really matter. And by the time we come to the end of the race, position 11 is 35 seconds away. That is the boss. The boss 1001 being 35 seconds away. So we have beaten the boss, and that is what matters the most. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time.